I'm waiting to see if my chat comes up. Okay, it is live. Okay, so today I was going to show you guys how to use the SnapMaker software. Right now I have a print going in or on the SnapMaker. It won't be done for like 3 hours, but I'm going to show you guys that print, and I'm going to show you the print that it belongs to real quick. It's this horse. It's got a nub here, and then the head clips on here. I had printed a head. I didn't like the color difference. It just did not look right, so I'm changing the head out. See, I don't like that color. It's kind of like what we did with the Pegasus. I didn't like the color of the head being completely different. It just doesn't look right. So I am changing that up. I've got the print going right now. I've printed a ton of stuff in the past. Well, let's see. We've had the SnapMaker, the Bamboo now for 7 days. As of yesterday was 7 days, so today will be the 8th day. It literally had been going for almost 7 days straight, and I gave it a little break today and a little break yesterday. Not that you really have to, but that's what we did. And I'm going to show you guys the differences between the SnapMaker and the Bamboo. I am going to show you guys, I am going to make another frog, because my niece tells me yesterday I was going to remake her frog, which you probably can see. I don't know if you guys can see it. No, please sit back here. Okay, so the frog that I made her was this one, right? She loved it. She was so excited about it. Well, then I made these ones that have the black on them from the Bamboo. She loved these even more, so I decided I was going to remake it, one like this for her. And she says, yeah, can you make it rainbow? And so we are going to do a rainbow print. I'm going to show you guys how to load the AMS unit. I'm going to show you guys how I'm going to pull that file back up on the Bamboo, because I've already sent the file over there. So the Bamboo's going to, I'm going to show you guys basically how to use the Bamboo. I'm going to show you guys all the prints that we've done. Like I said, we're working on the horse right now. The head is over in the SnapMaker 3D printer. This was done on the 3D printer, the SnapMaker 3D printer. I'm trying to do as many big prints as I can on the SnapMaker and the smaller prints on the Bamboo. This could have been done on the Bamboo, absolutely, because it was small enough that it would fit. So that's kind of one of the cool things. Hello, everybody popping in. So you guys, I don't know if you guys saw this. This was also done on the SnapMaker. This is my big fin squid, named Finn is what the file is called. So I made this one, and you can see the color is really pretty. It's the same exact color filament as this one. It's just how it printed. It just printed it a little bit different. That one's a little bit thicker. And then we fixed him. This was the original Big Fin. I like the colors on him because it's like black and red. So it's got like that iridescent black and red look. And he just kind of looks mean. He just looks mean. So we got those guys. These are going to be added to the website probably either today or tomorrow. I haven't been as active on working on the website as I should be, because I had to help my family out with some stuff on Facebook, and it was a whole thing. So we have now got a blue frog. This is a poison dart frog. This is what we're going to print in the rainbow. We have a purple. We have a red. I like how the red turned out. I think he's really cute. We have the orange, which was the first one we did on the Bamboo. We have a yellow. And now we have a green. So I have all the colors of the frogs. This is Darcy the Poison Dart Frog. That is what that one's called. These guys were done on the SnapMaker. These are the cute little hermit crabs with their shells that they can go inside. I gotta fix a little bit of the shell. One of the shells kind of started coming apart, so I need to glue that back up. And this one was also done on the SnapMaker. That's done with a rainbow iridescent filament. I thought he was super cute. I painted his eyes black because one eye was purple and one eye was green, and I was like, that just does not look right. So I did the black eyes He's really cute. And then, like I said, we're going to show you guys how to fill the AMS unit, how to add the filament to it. And obviously you guys know about the dragon that we printed on. If you haven't seen the dragon, it's pretty cool. This is the dragon I did for my other niece. And the colors are just phenomenal on this dragon. And his head does move. And his wings move. His back legs move and his tail moves. So lots of cool projects that we've made with these printers for the past couple days. That's the longest print I've ever done, and that was 2 days. The second longest print was, I want to say it was like 40 hours or something like that. So not too far off, but we are going to be working on showing you guys the bamboo. So now what I need to do is I need to find, okay, let me move this phone. I'm trying to figure out how to set this up so you guys can actually see me loading. So let's see if you guys can see that. I'm gonna show you guys. So this is the AMS unit. This unit is got all the filament in it. It locks. Filament right now is black, white, and blue. You always want to have extra ones in here. The white is obviously going to be its eyes. The black is the black camouflage like look. And the blue one doesn't do anything, but it needs to have all 4 filled in order to work properly. So this is the color filament that my niece decided she wanted for her frog. So we're going to open this up, and I'm going to show you guys how we feed this AMS unit. All filament, when you buy it, should come in a vacuum-sealed bag. It should be done that way. If you get one that is not, you're going to want to put it in a dehydrator almost immediately. So, as you can see, they have pushed this into these holes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this out, and then I got to cut this piece off as soon as I can get it bent, because it's so bent it's not going to go into that. So I used a special tool right here. This came actually with my snap maker, but you can buy these. I'm going to use that, and I'm going to cut it as straight as possible, and I'm going to recycle that filament piece that we had to cut off. So I'm going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so the AMS unit, you're going to sit it in here. You want to make sure that this is going to roll, okay? Now I'm going to move you guys over so you guys can see me filling it, because it just doesn't work as well. Okay, so the filament, what happened here? Guys, the filament is messed up. Hold on just a second. Now you guys get to see the dehydrator going. Oh my goodness, it just started unraveling here. So I got to get this back on. The dehydrator right now has got the filaments of what I just recently did. Due to the frogs. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys real quick. Okay, so I pushed this forward and fed this in. You can see that it's reeling the filament. The reason it's doing that is because it's trying to feed it in, and the unit is trying to read it. So we're going to close this back up. We definitely want to keep that closed because it keeps the dust and all that off. You guys can see the reflection. Okay, so now we are onto the screen. So I'm going to hit OK. And you can see our little buttons here. We got a home button. This is the bamboo 3D print head. This one is just kind of almost looks like a stop sign, and then the file. I don't know if you guys can see that. So we're going to go down to the file. Okay. So you can see Darcy the Poison Dart Frog. We're going to go over here, and we're going to click OK. And we're going to click print, because print is highlighted. I don't know if you guys can. The camera does not want to show it. This right here says print, just FYI. Sorry about that, guys. It's very blurry. I'm not sure why it does that, but it just does that. So we're just going to go with it. Today is, just in case nobody knows, Today is Down Syndrome Awareness Day. So we are rocking, I'm going to show you guys. We are rocking our weird socks, our different socks for our friends with Down syndrome. I have a couple friends whose kids have Down syndrome, so I'm a really big advocate for that. Okay, so right now you can see that the unit is trying to think. Look how long this is going to take. I don't know if you guys can see it. It says 9 hours and 52 minutes. That's literally how long it takes to print these frogs. These frogs, though, are a lot less time than they are on the Snap Maker. The Snap Maker, one solid color took 10. Actually, I'm sorry, this took 11 hours, over 11 hours. These are taking under 10, but you know why? Because it is doing it in multiple different colors. The way it prints this is just super cool. It starts it off, and then it goes and starts adding the black spots. That's what I'm calling them. I know that's probably not a technical term, but that's what I'm calling them. And the little spots of the black filament start kind of look like they're almost like accidentally put on there, but they're put on there for a reason. I'm waiting for the machine to start. It is thinking. It's trying to heat up right now. It's not even at the bed temp is at 55 Celsius, so it's only at 46 right now. So it's trying to figure this out. So as you guys, I'm going to show you guys this. This is what they call the filament poop. That was from the green tree frog. So we are going to take this over here real quick, and we're going to dump it in our recycle bin. So I have a clean poop bin to catch all the filament. It's starting to think right now. It's going to start calibrating the bed, and it actually calibrates it itself. The Snap Maker, however, I have to calibrate. It calibrates itself, but I have to do the last calibration personally because that's just how it works. So let me show you guys real quick. While that's calibrating, let me show you guys. So you guys can see the head of the horse. There's a brim, what they call the brim, around it. That's to prevent the head from getting knocked off, because this, honest to God, will knock it off. It's done it multiple times to dragon heads. It's done it multiple times to every other kind of head that I've done. So the color now is going to go from that, which was where we left the horse at, up to this purplish pink iridescent color. So it's going to look like it's meant to go on there. What I should have done is I should have printed the body first, then the head, not the head first, and then the body. But I will be painting the body. I'm going to be painting the hooves today with you guys, and I'm going to be painting the eyes. I'll show you guys that later, because I won't be live during that. Okay, so it's thinking. The machine is thinking. So the colors that we have chosen for the dart frog are rainbow, black, and white. Like I said, the white is going to be the eyes. You guys can see where the white comes into play. It's just that little bit. It's going to be a unique frog for sure. And I'm kind of interested to see what it's going to look like. This is my niece's imagination. She says to me, you know, it doesn't have to be the colors that they normally come in. It can be any color you want it to be. She's not wrong. So good for her for using her imagination. By the way, guys, she's 6. So she's little, but she's a smart little cookie. Anyway, so right now it's getting ready. Let me show you guys how it's doing this. See, the bed is moving. It's moving up because that's how the bamboo does it. It moves the bed up to it instead of moving the head down to it. It's just a little bit on the difference. So right now it's cleaning out the head. Let's see. Okay, so you guys can, I don't know if you can see this, but there's a color filament. It's this filament right here that's inside this tube. And it does come with extra tubes, because you're going to have to change those tubes out every once in a while, but that's where it's pulling the filament. So right now it's trying to figure out how to calibrate the bed. The head of the unit is moving around. It's going to print a brick back here in the back corner. The reason it does that is so that the colors do not get muddled, because whenever you're printing a multicolored print, and see it's shaking the bed, that's calibrating it. Whenever you print a multicolored print, with different colors. Even if it's the rainbow one, the rainbow one's not going to be muddled. But the black added into it is going to turn it brown, or like a brownish color. So we're going to, that's why it's going to do that. So the head's going to move around, and it's just kind of calibrating right now. I'm going to move this back around so you guys don't have to watch it do its thing. But once it starts printing, I will show you guys. The top of the bamboo is clear. The glass piece on the top, though, is not hinged, and a lot of people break it because they pick it up and think it's hinged. It's not. But the AMS unit is sitting on top of that, so I don't really have to worry about that. The door opens in the front. The bed comes out. It's magnetic. It pops out. It's the plate, and you literally can bend it, and the thing pops off. However, the snap maker, like I said the other day, you got to scrape that one off. So we are getting ready to, it's printing now. Yep, it's printing now. So there's some of that blue. And see, like I said, the color is going to go from like this blue. It's going to go across, and then it's going to become green, and then it's going to go yellow, and then it's going to go purple, and it's going to go pink. So it's going to be a unique looking frog for sure. And I will show you guys that finished project when it is done on another live, because this is going to take us forever, obviously. So we've got the bamboo going, and we've got the snap maker going. We got to update the website yet. We got all of these fun projects to complete and take pictures of, which thankfully, I know how to do the lighting and all of that stuff, thankfully. But really quickly, I'm going to put this back into... Actually, you know what, guys? Let me use the other phone holder, because last time I did this, I accidentally shut off the live, and I had to come back. So what we're going to do is we are going to paint the hooves on the horse. So when you paint any of the 3D prints, just an FYI, I use acrylic paint. That's what you use on 3D prints. These cannot go in the water. So if these are things that you want for like kids for a bathtub or anything like that, I need you to know I cannot paint them unless you want them. Unless you want them multicolored, kind of like the frogs. Let's move some stuff out of the way. I'm trying to move some of these frogs out of the way so that I can work. I personally use these markers. They are paint markers. They're acrylic markers. One side has got a bigger brush. This side is more of the detail brush. These work great for painting, and we're going to paint these hooves, and so it actually gives the I think it gives the horse just a little bit more, it just stands out better. I painted the unicorn that I sold at Comic-Con. I painted the hooves. I painted the eyes. Now, I did paint this one's eyes. You guys can see the eyes that are painted. But this head is just not going to work for that. And I almost wanted to stick it on here, but it's not the same looking head either. So I just have a horse head floating around, which is a little kind of creepy, to be honest. That's true. I mean, if you want the paint to come off in your bathwater, I mean, hey, more power to you. So what we do is we just kind of brush it on. This is what I love about these markers, is that they are very easy to use, very user-friendly markers. I just want to make sure I'm not painting the actual horse, guys. So I'm going to kind of... Okay, there we go. It's almost like painting your nails. Or painting nails, I guess. But usually you need multiple coats. White is definitely one of those that you need multiple coats on, because the white just doesn't take as well as black. Why? Obviously the pigment color, probably. But like I said, this one will be listed as do not put in the bathtub or get wet, because that paint's going to come right off. Now you can use an airbrush gun, but again, it's acrylic paint. It's going to come off. Acrylic is water-based. Now you could always seal it, I'm assuming. You probably could do that. I don't know because I've never done it. So I'm not going to say that you can or you can't. But now look at the difference between the hoofs. I just like that hoof better in the front because it just stands out just a little bit more. Like I said, the turtle, when I painted his eyes, at first when I pulled him off, I was like, oh, that's super cool. And then I noticed when I was purple and when I was green, not bad. I mean, David Bowie had 2 different color eyes, right? But it just didn't look as polished as I wanted. So I decided that it needed to be painted. Now that's a personal preference. I don't have to paint any of these. I can even send them off and let people paint them themselves if that's, like something people like to do. I at first was like, oh, I have to paint these by hand, but I actually like doing it. And it's funny because I am not a painter, guys. I am not somebody who paints at all. The painting I do is like pour painting. That kind of just does it. I just pick the colors and basically it does it itself, right? So I'm noticing there's some filament hairs. I'm gonna have to get those off. Just a few that got missed. So what do you guys think so far? You think the hooves painted look better than the hooves unpainted? I just kind of want to know what you guys think. I'm going to paint all of them, of course, because I'm not going to leave some unpainted. But we also, I went on today to look at the candy. And I was very, very upset because the candy company that I was part of, most of their candy is sold out. They haven't updated their website since 2024. We're into March now, guys. So I'm thinking, okay, what's going on? So I sent them an email and asked them, are you still in business? Are you just selling the rest of your stock? Like, they got rid of all of their merchandise displays and everything. And I was like, what is happening? So I went on to Google and I Googled different candy wholesalers, and I found some. They're not the same kind of candies, though. They're more like candies you can get at the gas station, which kind of bums me out because I was kind of going with these candies that were a little bit more unique. I might need to do a little bit more research on that because I like giving the candies that you can't just, oh, I'm going to go to my local gas station and pick up a candy bar. I mean, everybody can kind of do that. Or local store or whatever. I wanted to give something that was unique. It's kind of what I pride myself on, and I was really bummed. So I'm waiting to hear back from them to see if maybe they're updating their website, and it's just it hasn't been updated completely yet. I mean, hello, I understand that because I've got to do that myself. But I'm hoping that I can find somebody who has more like the unique candies. I know that you can do the freeze-dried candies. A lot of people love those freeze-dried candies. I can't have any of that stuff anyway because of the fact that I can't have the sugar. But sometimes I can. So there's the hooves. They're painted. I don't paint the inside part because that's actually not... I don't know. I just don't do it. But, so the horse body now is done. And we would paint the eyes black and then the little pupils white. The bamboo kind of does it for us, like I said. So these frogs could definitely go in the water. And I was going to paint this one, but I know my niece is going to want to take it in the bathtub. I'm not going to allow that to happen where she's going to end up getting marker on herself or... marker all over her bathtub. My sister would kill me. So we are just not going to do that. So like I said, I was going to reprint her. I was going to reprint this one. I was going to do it twice. And then when I showed them to her yesterday, she said, can you just do rainbow? And I was like, well, I'm glad that you said something now instead of me doing it. But I think she thinks that I'm going to be making her toys all the time. And I need to explain to her that's not going to happen. So that's something that we're going to have to kind of, touch on, of course. So, guys, I want to show you guys some more stuff. Okay, so this now has been printed. See how it's printing? color in the back, I don't know if you guys can see it, back here in the back is a black block because it's now printing, let me see if I can get it to focus. It's now printing the black spots. I don't know if you guys can see it. See the little black spots that are starting to print? Very slowly it's starting to build up that black. But we have, literally this is the amount of filament poop that comes from the snap maker. And you guys have seen how much comes into this. So it's quite a bit different on filament. Obviously you're gonna use more filament this way, doing multiple colors, but the end project is totally worth it because obviously I recycle them, so it's all good. So if you guys remember correctly, my wheat crate was sitting here. We moved it because the bamboo was so hard to open. We had the bamboo sitting here. It was really hard to open the AMS unit to put new filament in. These are obviously my filaments, guys. They are getting crazy. We have lots of them. I just did inventory on them because I had to do my taxes, so I did inventory as well. Lots and lots of colors. There's still many out there that I would love to have, but I need to use some of these before I start going a little overboard. So the We Create now sits here. The unit that's down here, that is its air filter system. And so we'll be working on these. I was going to work on them today. I'm not in the headspace to work on that right now. I just, lots of things going on yesterday. Unfortunately, I had to set up my sister's celebration of life event on Facebook. That took a lot out of me. I miss her every single day. I've been struggling really bad with that. Not gonna lie. So that's been a little bit of a struggle for me, dealing with all of that. And I know Facebook because that's where I started my business social media at. I've got that down now, and my other sister does not know much about Facebook, and my brother-in-law doesn't really know a lot about Facebook either, so I was helping them do that on a phone call. And so that was it. We were up pretty late last night, and then today, updating the website. I want to show you guys. So I'm going to take the phone over to the computer, and I'm going to show you guys. I know the units are going, so I can't really show you guys how we do this, but I'm going to show you guys the difference. Let me see if I can pull this back a little bit here. Okay. I'm probably going to have to hold it, guys. Just FYI. Okay, so I'm going to show you guys the difference between the SnapMaker software, which I have down here. This is what the SnapMaker software looks like. Okay. It's pretty straightforward, pretty user-friendly. Obviously, you're going to pull up a file. So let me show you guys how to do that. You pull up a file. I'm sorry for the shaky video, guys. And then let's just say, okay, we're going to do this body. And you're going to hit open. And then it's going to render it. And it's going to put it right here. It's going to take it a hot minute to load it. That is one thing that the SnapMaker's software is a little bit slower, but to me it's more user friendly. I'm gonna flip the camera around real quick because it's gonna take it a minute. But so when you put the file into it, it's showing you. You saw the grid piece on there. That's literally the SnapMaker's machine saying, "Hey, this is your workspace. Cannot go above it. Cannot go outside of it. Anything with a head, you want to use a brim." Anything that needs supports, you'd want to add the supports into it. Like some of the action figures, I have a Loki from, obviously, the movie Loki, or, Thor. The statue stands great, but, like, he's got a cape, he's got his staff, there's, like, a bunch of stuff that's going to be floating. Well, obviously, the printer's not going to print in floating. So you'd have to put supports in there, and the supports just pop right back off. So guys, now you can see it's in here. So right now, this is at 100%. You can resize. Let me show you guys. I'm just trying to use this. Okay, let me do it this way. Okay, so you can resize this. This is the resize tool. See, it's at 100%. Let's go in here and do 150. And now you guys are gonna see the horse got really big compared to. So now the horse is pretty good size on that. So you guys can see it lets you move it, so you can see underneath. You can see it's a pretty cool system. Okay, so obviously we're not going to do anything with that, so I'm going to delete this, and now it's gone. Okay, that is the Snapmaker software. Over here on the side, ooh, I just hit my elbow. I always do them, this is a normal print, but I like to do them in the precise and strong for the toys so that kids don't break them. And here's that skirt. That's literally just the loop that goes around. It's just one single loop. The brim is what you saw on the head, and the raft lifts it up off of the bed here. So I'm going to close that out. Let's show you guys the bamboo software. Right now the frog is in it, and you guys can see how much more detailed, how much more this literally has, and it is crazy the amount of doing this. So it's showing you it here, and obviously this is your workspace, and then it's telling you like legit how much grams it's going to use, all of that stuff. I mean, it's cool. The software is awesome to use once you know how to use it. This software is not as user-friendly as the Snapmaker software, where the Snapmaker putting it together is not as user-friendly as the bamboo. So again, pros and cons. And there's tons of other printers out there, guys. These are just the two that I have. Again, not an affiliate with any of these companies. I just wanted to kind of give you guys like the rundown of what I have. It's driving me nuts. My, there we go. My screens were like in my glasses. It was driving me crazy. But anyway, so I am not an affiliate with any of these companies. Like I said, these are just the ones that I have. At first, did I like the Snapmaker? No. At first, did I like the bamboo? No. But I don't have patience for things that I maybe don't understand. I get very frustrated very easily. However, I mean, I was new to sublimation. I was new to DTF. I was new to all of this. I've never done any of this before. I never had done a 3D print. I've never done any of that. So I am one of those people that likes to learn as I go. I do research and stuff like that. And everyone's like, oh, there's tons of videos on YouTube. There were not. There were not any that I could find on the Snapmaker. How to work it and do all that stuff. And unfortunately, the call center is not here in the U.S., so you have to go off of their time. That's one of the downfalls. But when you send them an email, they're really good at responding. And it just so happens that Bamboo is also in the same town as the Snapmaker. So we are kind of already used to that. I haven't really had any issues with the Bamboo that I haven't had to call anybody. The reason the Snapmaker was a little weird is because we literally had to plug it all in. We had to put it all together. And because the reason it's called a Snapmaker is because it has these different heads that you can actually snap into place. We don't have that extra piece to buy to snap them into place. We had to screw them into place. It's just the difference. But it comes with like a CNC. You can do multiple different things with it. So it's a multiple unit machine that you can do multiple different things. I wanted it more for 3D printing. At the time, it was the best on the market. And so my husband surprised me with it. And I love it now. Don't get me wrong, I love it now. There are times where it messes up. There are times where, I mean, all equipment does that. I mean, I've had my heat press do that on me. I've had it error code out. You know, everything's going to do that. Even computers do that. So, is it frustrating? Yes, it can be very frustrating. But the Snapmaker, like I said, has already made me money. So I'm really happy with that. The Bamboo, obviously, I haven't put anything on the website yet. I am going to work on that today. I do need to set up my my whiteboard, which I have like it's actually a trifold. It's right here, actually. Let me show you guys what I'm talking about. It's a trifold. It's usually used for like fairs and you know, like science fairs and stuff. I use that as the backdrop, and then my table is white, so I use that as the foreground, and then I take pictures. The lighting has got, thank goodness I have this new light, and it shines down. It's very bright in here now. It used to be I had to have studio lighting. I had all these multiple studio lights everywhere. It was crazy. I still use one of my studio lights because I use it for when I'm recording the Snapmaker, which we're still working on trying to fix that camera and trying to get the time-lapse camera down. Not sure why it is not working right, but that's just how it's going right now. I think we've just kind of got to figure out the ins and outs of it. Unfortunately, again, does not have a instruction manual really that tells you how to do anything. So you're just kind of playing with it and figuring it out. Just lots of things like that that are going on over here. I have not worked on any sublimation. I have not worked on any DTF. I haven't done any of that stuff since before Comic-Con. I am trying to get back into my creative mode. The only thing that I've been creating is 3D prints. Obviously, I'm just putting them into the machine. The machine's doing it. I mean, I pick the colors of the filaments and things like that. But after doing taxes and doing the inventory and all of that, it's just very draining to me. I am a creative person, and I like to have everything done so I can just concentrate on creating. So I am going to get back into doing that. But today I'm going to work on the website. I'm going to update the website. If you don't know the website is www.riverstonecottagegifts.com. I'm going to try and figure out, guys, how I can start shipping internationally. I think the only way that I can do it, and I looked into this before, is through UPS. And UPS is not cheap, but I don't pay the shipping. You guys would, whoever, you know, is ordering would pay the shipping. But that's the only one that I know of that ships internationally. I mean, I'm sure there's others. I'm sure there's, like, I don't even know if FedEx does it internationally. But even to send things to, like, Canada, I have to do it through United States, or not United States. Oh my goodness, guys. UPS, not USPS. And personally, when I send things here in the US, I like to send them UPS anyway, because UPS has got a better track record of delivering. We were having an issue here in the US. I am sure everybody has dealt with this, where your packages were sitting at a post office for 2 weeks, 3 weeks, a month, not being delivered, getting lost in the mail, being delivered to the wrong addresses, just floating around. Like, I was like, what are they doing? Who is running this, and why are they running it like this? So here in Lexington, Kentucky, we have a distribution center. We have multiple different UPS locations, but our distribution center is literally down the road from our house. We are very blessed to have the UPS right down the road, FedEx is right down the road, Amazon's right down the road, and so is our postal service. Postal service is actually the furthest away, but it's not that far. So we would always just drop it off at the distribution center because it's just easier for me to just go and do that. Because once I tried to have them come and pick it up, and they lost a porch leaner, which is like 5 foot tall, 8 foot or 8 inches wide. And I'm like, how can you lose that? How is that possible? So I had to refund the person who ordered it. They ended up ordering it at the beginning of the year. They contacted me in August that same year and said, hey, it was just delivered. When I contacted the postal service, they said, we don't know where it is. We have no idea where it's at. So I had to claim it as a loss, and I put in a claim, you know, I did all of that. And they actually were very honest, and they were like, hey, you refunded us, but we're going to send you back the money. And I was very, very grateful. They could have just taken the porch cleaner and had it, and it was whatever, you know, it was what it was. But that was super awesome, really amazing people. They were in New York State. But when I send things through the post office, I'm always wondering, are they going to get it? I have more customers outside of the state of Kentucky than I do in Kentucky. And the customers I have in Kentucky are usually the people that are at my conventions. So, and a lot of them are not even from here either. They're from Ohio or from Georgia or Florida or wherever. So I think I actually had one customer that came to Scarefest and they were from California. And so, I mean, I get them all over the U.S. And there's a lot that are up in Michigan and things like that because I have a lot of classmates that still live up there and stuff like that. So they buy from me or whatever. And if I send it UPS, it's going to sit. If it's going to end up going, because I'll track it, if it goes to Detroit, it's going to be there for months. I don't understand it. I'm confused by it. I don't understand why it would sit there for months. They're always hiring people. And then literally my brother-in-law, my other brother-in-law, started a job with UPS, or United States Postal Service, USPS. And he was working 7 days a week and now he's down to 3. So I don't understand if you're having such a hard time delivering and moving packages, why you're laying people off. It just doesn't make any sense, but whatever. So like I said, I like to do it through UPS. Their distribution center is right down the road. I literally can take it there, drop it off. I also have UPS stores here that I can drop it off. And it goes right to Hebron, which is only an hour and 20 minutes, hour and 40 minutes away from us. Hebron is the hub, and then it flies it out to Louisville, which is where the big UPS is for Kentucky. I mean, they have a big section of the airport in Louisville, Kentucky. And so, and yes, guys, it's Louisville, just so you know. Not Louisville or, Louisville. Anyway, so I like to send it through them because it just makes more sense. So I'm going to look into doing some international shipping because I know I do have people that have asked me from England. I've had people ask me from other countries, hey, do you ship here? And I don't have anything set up on the website yet. But if I can set it up, I will, because I like to expand as much of my small business as I can. If I can ship it internationally, it's gonna be costly. I'm not gonna lie. But again, I don't pay that shipping. That is on the person who is ordering. I will say this though, like if I do a free shipping, those who are doing international shipping will not qualify for the free shipping. I am going to do a sale in April, the whole month of April. And if you guys follow Me with a Fox, there is a special code that they have that is to get so much % off. That is a special code. So if you guys follow Miwa, that is, you're going to be able to get that code and save. I want to say, let me look at my website. I'm going to look at it real quick. It's going to come up. Guys, this computer is taking forever. I need to get a new computer. And the thing is, I bought this last year. It's just, I don't know what's wrong with it. But I'm going to run a sale for April with all of the new merch that's going to go on there. So, get some sales moving. I do have to go down to the storage unit and grab some of the product that I had for Comic-Con so I can get them back on the website. Okay, so Miwa, it's a 15% off all orders, and it doesn't expire, guys, so just FYI. Miwa can give you the code to use. There is a code that you can use. And so we have some, like I have one that is for Scarefest. If you guys were at Scarefest, that code is still, the QR or the code from the scratch-offs is still available until September of this year. And there were a couple different ones. There was one spooky and there was one scary, and they are both still available, but you had to have that scratch off in order to qualify for that. So those are still active. I have one that just expired. I'm actually going to delete that real quick. But I'm going to run a sale in April. I'm not 100% sure on what the sale is going to be yet. I do want to do maybe like a coupon code off of so much percent off. It'll probably be so much percent off an order of probably like 25 or more. And that's going to include everything that's on the website. The only things if I don't include it, it'll say, excluded, different whatever. But you have to type in the code, which I will put on the pop-up that pops up. It will, I always put the code in that when you go onto the website, www.riverstonecottagegifts.com. There's a pop-up that pops up and tells you what's going on, and it tells you right now that, hey guys, I'm working on updating the website. It's going to take me some time. I'm kind of paraphrasing here, guys. And then it tells you, hey, Candy's going to be coming back in April. The dice will be coming back soon. Because I need to order some more dice. Because I'm going to actually order sets that are specifically for the website. And then sets that are specifically for the cons. Just to make it easier on myself. So I'm not trying to keep the inventory. I sold out of so many of those dice sets. And when I'm talking dice, guys, these are like the D&D style dice. You can use them in other games, I've been told. I don't know. I don't do those kind of games, but I've been told that you can use them in there's other role-playing games that you can use those dice in. I have a bunch of really cool, like, the dice, like this thing, obviously this is a dice roller. You throw the dice in, it rolls it out here, and you got a can. You can sit there. I'm going to print a bunch of these, different colored ones. I have different styled ones. So I'm going to be printing those. Those will probably go on the website. And then, obviously, whatever I take with me to Scarefest, if it hasn't sold, is going to be taken off the website. Or I'm just going to leave that one on the website and print another one, however it works. Because these take a good amount of time to print. These are, this is the one that was the second longest, was this one, because of the detail in these are a little bit pokey, but for the most part, it's super nice. And holding it in my hand, at first I thought this is going to be bulky and it's going to feel weird. It doesn't feel weird at all. It's really good. So I am not going to be on here much longer. I'm going to show you guys what it's doing now, currently, on where we're at with the bamboo and the snap maker. The frog is coming along pretty good. See the weird pattern in there? That is the almost kind of like the grid pattern. This one does it like that. But the horse head is already coming along. We have 2 hours and 23 or 32 minutes. And then on the bamboo, we have 9 hours and 12 minutes. So that's still got a good amount of time to go. But you can see, I'm going to show you guys. Look, the color is kind of starting to wind down. You can now start to see, this is the row we're on. So we're in blue. It's going to fade into green. It's going to go to yellow. And it's going to go back this way, and it's going to go to pink. I want to say underneath here is like an orangish color. And then it goes to pink. And then it'll go to purple and blue. And so it's going to look really, really cool. I think it'll turn out really cool. I'm hoping. I'm sure my niece would love it no matter what. But if it looks really cool, I might print another one and put it on the website. But I'm going to go off and get off here and go check out some things. And then I'm going to start updating the website, getting pictures done, stuff like that. I just also wanted to let you guys know I did print this little duck. But his little hands came off. It came off with the support. So I found out that this that I got from Bamboo, hold on guys, I'm going to show you, because I was like, I didn't even know what this was when I got it. It says support PLA. So this is actually the PLA that you would use to make all the supports on the bamboo. I didn't even know that was a thing until I watched a video about it. And then I was like, oh, that's what that is. Because I also have these. Let's see, they're in here at the bottom. I also have these. Are super cool. These clean. This is filament that cleans your extruder. which is super cool. And I'm probably going to do that after some more hours of these. Because, I mean, like I said, the snap maker has been going minus a couple hours there, like 6 hours. Maybe a little bit more than that now because I let it sit last night or this morning. Pretty much for 7 days straight, which is, that's a long time. And then the bamboo's the same way. So, we got some more filament poop. Got filament poop. And yesterday I told my niece that that's what it was called, and she was like, that's gross. But anyway, so we've got all of that, and we're going to just be working, and soon we'll get the wheat crate going again, and you guys can see how that's going to work out. I've got some really cute little cutting boards. They're just decorative cutting boards that I want to burn some designs in, get those put on the website. So I'm going to be working on stuff for the website. I'm leaving next week to go to Michigan. So I'll be gone for about 6 days. April is going to be the month that's going to, everything's going to start going. We're going to do lots more videos. I'm going to show you guys lots more things that I'm doing. I have some wood that is already pre-colored. It's actually got patterns on it. We're going to make stuff out of that. Updating the website. You guys are going to get to see like how I do all of that. So I want to show you guys a lot of the behind the scenes, what we do here at Riverstone Cottage Gifts, some of the fun projects and some of the not so fun projects. I'm not going to show you guys how I did my taxes because that was just boring and I didn't want to do that. Like I said, that's the worst part. That's the worst part. But it's once a year, so I'll take it. I'm just grateful for everybody who follows, everybody who's watching, everybody who's spreading the word about our business, because small businesses thrive on the people that follow them and the people who are making a huge difference. You guys are making a huge difference just by watching videos. If you're catching this on YouTube, because I'm going to post this over to YouTube, guys, please subscribe to my YouTube channel so I can, you guys can stay in the loop on everything that's going on. I will be spending today updating some stuff on the website. Tomorrow, I'm probably going to start cleaning the office back up. I have some organization that I want to do. It's driving me crazy. My OCD is going a little bit crazy. It's spring here now, so I mean, obviously, officially yesterday was spring. So this is the first full day of spring. So I'm going into that spring fever, like where I want to spring clean. I just want to clean. I need to go through closets and, do all the things. You just accumulate crap. I'm just saying. And it feels like the office is kind of accumulating. I had it all clean. And then I did an event, and that happens every single time. But my events mean a lot to me. And I had so much fun at Comic-Con. More fun than is that even more fun? A lot more fun. Is that better? A lot more fun than I thought I was going to have because of everything that's been going on. But it gave me a little bit back of myself. And I am huge on my events. Scarefest is my big one, guys. Absolutely love Scarefest. Again, this is year 4. I for some reason had year 5 in my head, but it was not. It's year 4, 3 in attendance. And we're going to rock it because that's just what we do. And every year's just been getting better and better, praying that everything goes well. Comic-Con was great, and I was very apprehensive about it. I thought, no, this is not going to work. It's not going to, my stuff's not going to be what people want. It's pretty much the same, like, as Scarefest. I do some of the horror things like the Michael Myers, like all of them. And again, guys, that is like my jam. I love Halloween. I actually have a signed picture that I made that Nick Castle, the original Michael, the Shape, actually signed last year. That was just, I'm still kind of fangirling about it. I have one from Kane Hodder that I made that says, "Go jump in the lake." He signed that one. And then this year, we are going to get Robert Englund to sign. I have a little Freddy cat picture that I'm going to have him sign. And then I'll frame it and put it up there. I'm a really big fan of Scarefest. Scarefest has just been so much fun for me. And every year is just, it just gets better, and I love it. And I love meeting people who have seen me on social media or have seen me at Scarefest, come up to me even like at the local stores, and they're like, oh, I remember you from Scarefest. Usually they remember my husband's service dog, but hey, I'll take it. And you know, it just kind of, it's nice to know that just one little thing that I do makes a difference, and it just feels good. So I'm going to get off here. I know it has not been an hour exactly. It's been 55 minutes or so, but I'm going to get off here and get this stuff going. I want to get the website started. I'm going to come up with the coupon code and get that started so that once April hits, it's going to kick in. I'm coming back literally the last day of March, so it'll be activated as soon as April hits, but I will put it in the pop-up so everybody can see the code. You literally just put it in when you go to checkout. So, and if my code, let's just say this, guys, and one code can only be used at a time. Let's say my code isn't as big of a savings. If you follow Miwa, you guys, you might want to use his code, or their code. I'm sorry, their code. I don't know why I said that. Their code, because it might be better. But I just want everybody to have a fabulous rest of their weekend. It's Friday. And so you guys have a fabulous weekend. I might be live next week just before my trip. Not sure if I will or if I won't. It just depends on what's going on, because I do have therapy before my trip, which is a great thing, because I'm going up there and helping clean out my sister's house, so that's going to be really, really hard. So you guys have a great rest of your day and rest of your weekend, and thank you all so much for following us. Thank you so much for supporting Riverstone Cottage Gifts and the Riverstone Cottage Gifts family, and we shall talk to you guys later. All right, guys, talk to you soon. Bye.